Hello again. So today we're going to be making something called a Cubano sandwich. Hybrid Cubano sandwich. So a normal Cubano sandwich comes with it uses a Cuban bread, which I have. Um, 1 second, let me get this out. So it uses a Cuban bread, and the traditional ingredients for Cubano are glazed ham slices, pulled pork, Swiss cheese, pickles, and mustard. So this is a hybrid because I'm going to be using black forest ham, provolone cheese, still the pickles, still the pulled pork, a little bit of barbecue sauce, but not a lot. The only difference is somebody in this house don't eat pickles, so theirs won't have pickles. If you were to use a soft eggy bread or brioche bread, then you would be making something more along the lines of a Medianoche. Medianoche is kind of just like a Cubano. It is Cuban for midnight, but it's different in the bread, really. The bread's what really makes the difference. So how we're going to be cooking this is I'm using a flat top. You're going to be buttering the tops of the bread and the bottom, and then you're going to be pressing it down kind of like a panini. And then you're just going to keep basting it with butter till you get a nice crisp shell, and then you're pretty much done. I mean, that's pretty much it. So right now all I'm doing is I'm slathering up this with someone's preferred barbecue sauce, but I don't want a lot because I don't want it to overpower the ingredients, because when we get right down to it, the ingredients that are actually on this sandwich are not that strong. So basically gonna smear it like butter. And so when we're going to put this together, we're going to use pulled pork first. I'm going to make a nice bed of it. Not too thick, not too thin. You want to make sure there's enough left for the other sandwich. That looks pretty good. And then with the black forest ham, we're going to do the exact same thing. So just make kind of a bed for it. You have to tear it, that's alright. Like I said earlier videos, we don't care what this looks like. We're going to eat it. That's what we're here for. We're here to eat. We're not here to gawk. Okay. So the provolone, I'm going to use 3 slices, because I want it to be nice and cheesy. And that's it. That is how the sandwich is put together. Now what's going to happen is I'm going to put the butter, start on the top, because it's thicker, and it's where the cheese is. I don't know, let's start on the bottom. We're going to start on the bottom and butter the bottom. And then we're just going to put a pan on top of this with a piece of parchment paper between, and then something heavy to push down to crush it. But when I get them both, we'll do this. Let's set this over here. Let's grab this other piece. And I'll show you what the one I'm going to be eating looks like. It's a little closer, but I'm also going to be using a barbecue sauce because I don't like mustard. I use mustard on exactly one thing if I eat anything, and those are crystals, because I think crystals are basically tasteless, and I prefer White Castle every chance I get. And the only way I can really eat Crystal, well, excuse me, the only way I can eat the bread that Crystal sells that happens to have a taste of hamburger on it is by having the mustard and all the stuff that comes on it. I'm simple. I prefer just a regular cheeseburger, or bacon cheeseburger with just bacon, cheese, and burger. But on some occasions, if we're at a actual sit-down restaurant and I get it in the mind I want a hamburger, then we're talking about bacon and cheese and lettuce and tomato and pickles. Make a big fat burger. So I have put my barbecue sauce on here, and I'm going to layer my pickles on the bottom. Not a big fan of condiments, I guess you could say. It's not something let the sandwich and the ingredients speak for themselves. And I know people can say, well, the condiments is part of the sandwich. Okay. You do you. So we're just going to do the exact same thing. You don't know how very irritated I get when I order a BLT, which is bacon, lettuce, and tomato, and it comes with a bunch of disgusting mayonnaise. It's like, I'm sorry, where in the name does it say that mayonnaise is involved in this? So always got to ask. If it's good, you shouldn't need all that stuff, right? That's what we're about. Simple, easy, delicious food. So we'll take our ham again. I get the thin sliced ham, and so glazed ham to me, it's okay. It's okay for Christmas or Easter or something. I don't really want it on a sandwich. I mean, I'll eat it between rolls, but I get thin cut ham because I don't want to get that disgusting gristle pieces that comes in some of the thicker cut slices. So that's it. That's that one. Very much the same, just a little different. So, all right. So, let me get these cooked, and we'll get back and show you what they look like. All right, sandwiches are done. Barry's right there, staring. You want to see what it looks like? Let's get to it. So, we look like this. Nice and flat. Maybe you can hear it. That's what you want. Just nice. Nice shell. And of course, we are just going to take and cut this into servings. Because after all, this is 2 servings. And being the cook, when you cut the sandwich in half, anything that comes out of it, that's yours. So, we are going to be serving this bigger piece right here. And nothing goes, I should show you that. So that's what we look like inside. Ham, provolone, pulled pork. And of course, nothing goes better with this. And some nice thin cut shoestring French fries. homemade. So this isn't just salt. This is any of the homemade French fries I make. I make my own salt to go on them. So maybe one day I'll put in a video about what that is, but it ain't gonna be today. So that's it. That is a Cubano sandwich with short shoestring French fries. That's what Laura will be eating. Mine's gonna look a bit different. Mine turned out like this. Same nice crust. Let's get this one out of the way. And we'll chunk this one open. So this one, we are looking at this. Pickles, pulled pork, ham, provolone. It's gonna be good. We're gonna have the same French fries with it. So, but that's it. Hope you're able to follow along if you decide to make it for yourself. The Cubano bread we also get at Sam's Club. For some reason they decided to start selling that. Doesn't last very long though, so if you're gonna buy it, it's a pretty big loaf, 2 of them, and they sell by date is usually day of or the next day, so you're gonna have to use it pretty quickly. Unlike a French bread or Italian bread, it's a little different. So you can make like garlic bread with it, but if you want it for just that, I would stick with the French and Italian bread. The Cubano bread is very good for doing this with sandwiches, though. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you like what you saw, please like, share, and subscribe. If not, thank you for watching to the end. See you next time.